What if the reality you perceive around you isn't what it seems? What if the world you see, hear, and feel is not real in the way you've always imagined? Instead, what if reality is a vast projection, an illusion shaped by your own mind? Imagine for a moment that the universe functions like a hologram, not a static, unchangeable system, but a dynamic, fluid interplay of energy, deeply interconnected with us in ways that are invisible to the eye, yet profoundly felt in our being. This idea, once confined to ancient mysticism and philosophical speculation, is increasingly gaining recognition in modern science. Cutting-edge studies in quantum physics and neuroscience are converging on an astonishing realization. Reality, as we know it, might be a kind of energetic projection, molded and reshaped in real time by the frequencies emitted by our thoughts, emotions, and states of consciousness. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, generates ripples, vibrational waves that radiate outward, interacting with the energetic fabric of the universe and altering the landscape of your perception. But how can we understand or prove this concept? While much of the interaction between the mind and the universe remains enigmatic, one of the most compelling pieces of evidence comes from a now declassified CIA study known as the Gateway Process. Conducted during the Cold War in utmost secrecy, this program sought to explore the limits of human consciousness and its ability to interact with, and even shape, the nature of reality itself. Far from being mere abstract experimentation, this research uncovered a profound connection between human thought, energetic frequencies, and the underlying structure of the universe. The Gateway Process was not a simple investigation into altered states of consciousness. It was an ambitious attempt to understand how the human mind could transcend the physical limitations of time and space, access deeper dimensions of existence, and even modify the reality it inhabits. The methods employed in the study, including deep meditation, hemisphere synchronization, and focused visualization, were designed to push participants beyond the boundaries of ordinary perception. Through these techniques, individuals entered expanded states of awareness, where the mind ceased to act as a passive observer and instead became an active participant in shaping reality. At the heart of the Gateway Process lies the theory of the universal hologram. This idea, rooted in both ancient spiritual traditions and modern quantum theories, proposes that the universe itself is a vast, interconnected field of energy, a dynamic, holographic projection where every part contains the whole. In this model, the human mind is not merely a receiver of sensory information, but also a powerful projector capable of influencing and reshaping the holographic reality it perceives. This means that what we experience as real is not an objective, fixed construct, but rather a malleable projection shaped by the interplay of our consciousness with the energetic universe. Let's break this down further. If the universe functions as an interconnected hologram, then human consciousness plays a dual role. It both perceives and projects. The thoughts and emotions you generate emit specific frequencies, which ripple through the universal energy field and influence how that energy manifests in your experience. In essence, your mind acts like a radio transmitter, constantly sending out vibrational signals. These signals determine what frequencies of reality you tune into, and consequently, what kind of world you perceive and experience. For instance, when your mind is aligned with higher, more harmonious frequencies associated with love, peace, and clarity, your perception expands, allowing you to access subtler, richer dimensions of reality. On the other hand, when your mental frequencies are lower, clouded by fear, stress, or negativity, your perception contracts, and the world around you appears more limited, chaotic, or challenging. This isn't just a matter of subjective experience. It's an active, ongoing process of co-creation, where your inner state directly shapes the reality you encounter. Scientific research supports this idea. Studies in quantum physics suggest that the act of observation itself influences the behavior of particles, a phenomenon known as the observer effect. In other words, reality at its most fundamental level is not fixed, but responsive to the presence and intention of the observer. This aligns with the ancient spiritual principle that as within, so without, a recognition that the outer world reflects the inner state of the mind. The Gateway process explored practical methods for tapping into these deeper layers of reality. Among the most significant techniques studied were deep meditation, hemisphere synchronization, and visualization. Deep meditation. Meditation has long been recognized as a gateway to expanded states of consciousness. In the Gateway study, participants were guided into profound meditative states where they disconnected from external distractions and focused inward. This inward focus created a state of mental clarity and openness, allowing participants to access layers of reality that are normally beyond sensory perception. In these states, the boundaries between the self and the universe dissolved, and participants reported experiencing a profound sense of interconnectedness with all that exists. Hemisphere synchronization. One of the most groundbreaking aspects of the study was its use of hemisphere synchronization, a technique involving specific sound frequencies designed to balance and align the brain's two hemispheres. Normally, the left and right hemispheres operate slightly out of sync, with the left focusing on logic and analysis, and the right on creativity and intuition. By synchronizing their activity, participants achieved a state of mental coherence where both hemispheres worked in harmony. This state allowed for heightened awareness and a fluid perception of reality, where the ordinary boundaries of space and time began to blur. Visualization. Visualization, another key technique, involved guiding the mind to create vivid mental images of specific intentions, desires, or scenarios. By focusing on these images with clarity and emotion, participants effectively aligned their mental frequencies with the energetic patterns needed to manifest their intentions. Visualization became more than just a mental exercise. It was a mechanism for consciously influencing the holographic fabric of reality. If the universe is indeed a hologram, as the Gateway process suggests, then every part of it, including human consciousness, contains the information of the whole. This means that your mind is not a passive observer of reality, but an active participant, capable of decoding and projecting the energetic patterns that form your experience of the world. Just as a hologram can be altered by adjusting its frequencies, your perception of reality can be reshaped by consciously aligning your mental state. This understanding has profound implications for how we approach life. It suggests that the limitations we perceive are not inherent to reality, but are reflections of the mental frequencies we emit. By raising our vibrational state through practices like meditation, positive intention, and emotional alignment, we can expand our perception, access higher dimensions of reality, and create experiences that align with our deepest desires. The Gateway process is a powerful example of how science and spirituality are converging to reveal the deeper truths about reality. Ancient traditions have long taught that the mind and the universe are interconnected, that thoughts and emotions shape the world we experience. Now, modern science is beginning to validate these teachings, providing a framework for understanding how consciousness interacts with the quantum field that underlies all existence. When we embrace this understanding, we recognize that reality is not something fixed and external. It is a dynamic, living projection that we are constantly shaping. This realization gives us the power to transcend the limitations of ordinary perception, to co-create a world that reflects our highest aspirations and intentions. The journey of understanding the gateway process and the universal hologram is ultimately a journey of self-discovery. It invites us to move beyond the role of passive observers and step into our true potential as conscious co-creators of reality. By aligning our thoughts, emotions, and intentions with higher frequencies, we can reshape our experience of life, transform the world around us, and connect more deeply with the infinite possibilities of the universe. Reality is not set in stone. It is fluid, dynamic, and responsive to the power of your consciousness. The question is, what reality will you choose to create?